Hey guys, welcome to Love, Life, and Politics, where I talk about love, life, and mostly politics. Links in the description below for all the people that I keep track of during the week, as well as my subscribe star if you want to help support this channel. Not going to fluff up in the front. 3 things that I'm going to talk about today are Trump catching the COV, Andrew being wrong about Trump and white supremacy, and Pence versus Harris debates. All right, let's talk. First thing is Trump catching the COV. This was major news. It was like Friday. It came out that he had it, and the media essentially lost their mind. A lot of people were like, oh, I hope he dies. A lot of people were like, oh, that's what he gets. He deserves it. Blah, 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 blah. This is that. That's what he gets for not doing more. This, that. And okay. I can see an argument that he could be doing more, but at the same time, it's like, He's the president. It's governors. He can issue like guidances, but at the end of the day, it's governors who are in charge of what's going on with this. And keep in mind, the people that are roasting him were the very same people that while he was shutting down the country, travel to the country, they were saying, oh, he's xenophobic for doing this. This shouldn't be done. He's wrong for doing it. And also encouraging people to go chill in Chinatown and to just completely disregard this and that it's overblown and that it's BS. So I don't know why people don't just play the clips of these people contradicting themselves, claiming that Trump didn't do enough while he was trying to do things they were saying to do the opposite and to not worry about this at all. So, anyways, he caught the COV and he got sent to the hospital 2-3 days later. I mean, he's back out. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. He went home. I mean, boy's looking pep, bro. He said, hey, they gave me all these this, these that, and these this, and I'm feeling better than I ever have. And the media didn't like that. They weren't very happy that he was out. They really did want this to kind of make a bigger toll on him. But I watched it was a very short kind of clip about him saying that he's an example of what America should be doing. We should not live in fear of the COV. We are better and we will defeat it, essentially is the gist of what he was saying. And that was just a beautiful, nod to positivity that is greatly needed. So, I mean, there's not really much more. The media just took their run with it, and then they now are barely talking about it because he's better now. They would love for him to be in that position so they can whack him on the head. But now he was a symbol of failure to them. But now he's a symbol of overcoming, a symbol of American ingenuity. He was talking about how our medicine is the greatest in the world. Our speed is the greatest in the world. We will overcome. That's what he's got, and he needs to keep on pushing that. That right there is a good message. Second thing, this is more like a clip. Again, I love Flagrant 2. Actually, I wouldn't say I love. I enjoy. They just shoot from the hip, and they're wrong about many things. And one thing that really irked me was I watching one of their clips, and Andrew was talking about white supremacy because Trump had to, on the debate stage, he's like, sure. The moderator pulled out that one edited clip that is taken out of context. 2-3 sentences later, after what they claim he just said, he says, I condemn white supremacy totally. Andrew said that he isn't doing enough, even though there's reels of him condemning, and he says, just condemn it. I mean, what makes me mad, makes him mad, so to speak, is that Trump won't condemn it every single time. Bro, if you have been condemning this since day one, and this very same people who have stated that he's condemned it are now saying he finally condemns it or he's never condemned it, that's disingenuous. Somebody can be coming at me and I'm like, oh yeah, I was wrong for this. Or, oh yeah, that is wrong. But then they keep on asking me just to egg me on. They'll just keep on asking me just to get under my skin. They keep on asking me to exploit the ignorance of people who don't know that I've already condemned this freaking 100 times. They're just doing that. And for you to say that you won't support him because he won't condemn white supremacy, even though he's clearly condemned white supremacy, and people keep on saying he doesn't condemn it, even though he clearly has. You can't turn around and say, I'm not going to vote for him because he does not condemn white supremacy, and use the dumb argument that every time they ask, you got to condemn it. No. He has condemned it multiple times. The issue is, even when he does condemn it, you guys turn around and try to ask him to condemn it again and then say he didn't condemn it. Ask him to condemn it again and then say he doesn't condemn it. Ask him to condemn it again and then say he doesn't condemn it. You lost out of your mind, or you're just straight ignorant, bro. That is not a logical way of thinking. If somebody has condemned it multiple times and people are trying to attack him saying he didn't condemn it, and he doesn't come out and just condemn it, every time somebody that clearly wants to attack him asks him to condemn it, what do you, that's not logical. Oh, I'm not going to vote for him because he doesn't like play the games that everybody else is trying to make him play. Like, he's clearly already condemned it like multiple times. Like, and in fact, one of the major times he condemned it, they completely take it out of context and like pretend he didn't condemn it. In fact, did the opposite and said there was fine people on both sides talking about the white supremacists. Like, bro, be real, man. Either get your research right or start thinking more critically. You can't tell me if you were put in that same position. Somebody is literally asking you a question, you give the correct answer multiple times, and they pretend you never answered the question and ask you again, and you do it again, and they continue that pattern. There's going to come a point where you know what their game is, and you're not going to play it. Trump is a strong individual. He's condemned it, and he knows he's condemned it. And people like you are continuing to spread this mentality of, oh, you have to condemn it every time the people that hate you try to make you look bad by asking you to condemn it, even though you've already condemned it like tens of times. It made me very angry. And the reason it made me angry, because I honestly find Andrew to be smart. Like, he's a comedian that at the very least, at least the stuff he said beforehand, is like, honestly, Trump, I can see why you could vote for Trump, but the reason I'm not voting because he doesn't condemn white supremacy when the people that hate him are trying to force him to do it even though he's already done it and trying to claim that he never did it. That bothers me. It bothers me. Love, Andrew, bro, what you're doing is cool, having conversations. I think you're wrong about a lot of things. I think your point of view is definitely skewed, especially when this circumstance, I could literally say it over and over again. Okay? If I tell you something and then you ask the question and pretend I didn't give that answer again and do that repeatedly, there's going to be a point in time where I get effing tired of you asking me the question I have already answered hundreds of times. And then you're trying to use that as a justification for you to not vote for him. But don't be disingenuous to your audience, bro. When somebody condemns it over and over again, and then you guys try to claim that he's not condemning it as hard as because he needs them votes. Bro, come on, man. You smarter than that, bro. Come on. Trump was messing with black people way before messing with black people as cool as it is now, bro. Chilling, pictures with all Al Sharpton, black people rapping about him, you name it. Stop with this BS trying to say he's with the white supremacists. And by the way, one of those white supremacists are now the big one that you guys love to talk about. What was it, Spencer? Now states he supports Joe Biden. What are y'all going to say about that now? Are you going to now say, wow, he's supported by a big white supremacist, he must be a white supremacist? No, you're not going to do that because you're disingenuous. Not saying you specifically, but come on, bud. You're better than that. You probably never hear this, but it's a strife that I have with you, and I respect you. But that's just wrong, bud. Just wrong. Anyways, and then Pence versus Harris debates Wednesday night. I didn't get a chance to really watch it. I didn't. I've pretty much just seen highlights, commentary on both sides. And, yeah, Pence took the dub on that. And the reason why I know he took the dub on that is to juxtapose what happened with Trump's debate. And there was a lot of critiques, not potential, definite critiques of how Trump handled that debate versus how Pence handled it. And you can see all the attacks that came out from from the Trump debate. But the Pence debate, the only thing y'all niggas can talk about is a freaking fly on his hair. That's how I know he won, because I know you guys are shilling for the Dems. The media does that. And anybody who says otherwise is lying. Is lying. It is just a fact that you understand. And if you try to claim otherwise, you are definitely lying, or you've been living under a rock, or you're completely brainwashed that you don't notice that, okay, there's a bit of a bias here that's leaning towards one very specific mentality and worldview. I'm just the way it is. But they couldn't find anything to really attack this man on. I looked at it in the morning. The fly on the hair, that is really the best y'all got to come at him. That's how you know he absolutely cooked on the stage. Because if this man actually said something that was attackable, they wouldn't be talking about no flies. They would be talking about what he's saying. He clearly killed it. Killed it. Know that that happened. And one of the major clips that I saw was them talking about, no, this was a really short clip. It was talking about Trump's plan and how Biden's plan is pretty much an exact copy of Trump's plan. He's like, yeah, and we all know about Biden's history of plagiarism. I'm like, bro, Pence, my Christian buddy, bro, that's mad flexing. That's like Jesus calling them the whited sepulcher, bro. Vipers, man, you got them clean. You got them clean. And honestly, just from what I've seen, it's like, I personally understand why Trump is the winner, why he is the president and Pence is not, because he has that level of, I'm the guy that's gonna F stuff up to protect you, my people. Pence is like, I'm gonna try to, just be real cool, calm, and collective, and try my best to maybe get what I need. But he is also going for the people. But we want somebody who's out there roasting the other side, because he's sick, and we are sick and tired of people attacking us for our worldview. For too long, we have ceded the ground to the left. Hollywood, film industry, academics, media, music, all dominated by one side. We needed our bull, and man, we got our bull. And this bull has a sidekick that brings in the calm, okay? Trump picked a good VP, bro. He handled himself well, and sometimes I wish Trump could be a little bit more towards that, but I can't really hate on Trump, because what he's doing is what got him to that position. People like the fact that he's brash, bold, and he's going to tell you how it is, and he doesn't care how you feel about it. We've had too many wimps in office who have been, when they're strong, or strong on things that are against the American founding, okay? Not pro-gun, pro-choice, trying to kill kids. Nah, but we have a president that's flexing for what is right. And I appreciate that. And Pence, bro, I got to put, now, I would say I'm a Trump fan, bro. Now I have to say I'm a Trump Pence fan, because you really delivered, and I have mad respect for you, man. I pray that we win, and I pray that you have a good, strong political career, and you end on a fine note. 150%. Anyways, those are the three major things that happened this week. Appreciate you guys for listening. I hope you guys like, share, and subscribe. Support this channel in any way that you see fit. And hope you have a blessed one. I'll see you next week.